what is your strategy so that you're staying in compliance with MAP pricing, and maybe explain what that is, and then how you can use Amazon to acquire customers, but use pricing on your site to get them to be on your continuity program, your bundles, all these other sorts of things.
This is not to be too cryptic. Honestly, you can call Tier 11 and we'll schedule a call and I'll show you this live in real time. I will prove it to you that this data does exist. But if anybody doesn't believe me, contact Tier 11. I'll walk you through it step by step and in specificity about who it is and how we did it.
One of the things I see a lot, I know we're going to get to questions here in just a second, but I really wanted to ask you this question because I talk about it so much in almost every discovery call that we do at Tier 11 is when you see Amazon, obviously Amazon now, we can pipe that into our interface inside Tier 11 Data Suite, which is great. Spending a lot of money on your brand on Amazon, plus the pricing strategy on Amazon versus your site. You've talked about this a couple of times with sort of the larger client that we can't really name here, but like, what is your strategy so that you're staying in compliance with MAP pricing, and maybe explain what that is, and then how you can use Amazon to acquire customers, but use pricing on your site to get them to be on your continuity program, your bundles, all these other sorts of things. So just talk to that
Sure.
just a bit, because it seems to come up an awful lot, especially recently, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, if we ever, this is not to be too cryptic. Honestly, you can call Tier 11 and we'll schedule a call and I'll show you this live in real time. I will prove it to you that this data does exist. I can't share their data publicly. Yep. We'll do it in basically screenshots. But if anybody doesn't believe me, contact Tier 11. I'll walk you through it step by step and in specificity about who it is and how we did it. But what the symptom that we saw is the more and more that we were marketing on Meta, the more and more we saw an increase in sales on Amazon.
Right.
And obviously those two are very correlated. It should be fairly obvious because everyone, I do it, you do it, the people watching, you all do it. You find something on Meta and you go to Amazon and be like, I get it free tomorrow. Like everybody does it.
Did it 2 days ago. To buy like all the equipment that's sitting behind me, went to the site, then went to Sweetwater, and then went to Amazon and bought it all on Amazon. And I got it in 2 days.
Exactly. Every single person has done it, unless you don't have Amazon in your country, and then you wish you were the person that does it. Like everyone does it.
Right.
So what we that was an easy correlation to draw. That was common sense. Honestly, it should have been common sense to everybody too. But what we saw is that as we increase our spend and decrease our spend, our Amazon would go up and down. However, we were losing money on Amazon because of higher fees, and we couldn't obtain our own customer. The customer would be an Amazon customer, and we just have to hope that they buy from us. Right. So the first thing that we did was we adjusted our pricing, and we adjusted our pricing up to actually just it was an emergency decision. It's like, okay, if it's 15% more expensive on costly on us to sell a customer on Amazon, the price of our products would be 15% or 30% more. We have to double the price and reduce by 15. Right. So we increase our pricing on Amazon. That right there, we didn't really see a reduction in our sales. It was small. It was like 11 and 12% down. Like, okay, great. Like we had 5% more sales on our website. So it was minuscule. It was like, and we're talking about over $100,000. No, I'm sorry, over $300,000 a day in sales. Like this is this is small percentile, but massive volume. So we started to test a way that we hypothesized would work, which is we wanted to remove specific SKUs of products on Amazon that are not our best sellers. So higher AOVs, upcharges into bundles and stuff like that, or not upcharges, but like, cross sells into bundles and all of the ones that you would not purchase for the first time. Mm-hmm. So if you're spending money in for the first time with us, you're typically under a $50, $60 AOV. Yep. And that's exactly right. We looked at the product selling and there were a few selected products that we marketed the crap out of. And so those were also the ones that were being sold most on Amazon. So what we did is we analyzed our upsell and cross-sell and LTV paths from point of first purchase. And we said, okay, the people that buy product A most typically buy product B, C, and D. And the LTV of that is $1,000 a year. But people that bought that product don't really purchase a second product, and actually we never see subsequent sales. We're analyzing our own internal data, not Amazon. It's our own internal Shopify data. So we're looking at the highest LTVable type of products, and then also matching those to our highest spending products. So what we found is, what money do we spend the most on? What sales do we receive the most on? And what is the highest LTV? And those products are the only ones that we left on Amazon. The reason, because I don't want to stop somebody from trying the product and becoming a customer, regardless of where they're going to start. But I want to stop them from increasing their LTV within Amazon. Okay. I want to jump that person from an Amazon customer to my own customer, because now I can email market, I can attentive and SMS market, I can make more money with that user, with that data. I'm buying my customer essentially. Yep. So by allowing the traffic to come into Amazon to buy the product they were most likely going to buy anyway, and only that product, the other 27 SKUs that we have on our site that are all related to the product that people typically would then buy next, you can't get on Amazon. So you have to come to us. Now, the thing that we also did is we discounted on our website for first-time customers heavily, like 20, 30, 40% off for first-time customers on our subscription services. Mm-hmm. And the thought process there was, well, the reason why the LTV is so high is because 60% of the people that purchase those become subscribers after their first purchase. Yep. So I'm going to make the barrier to entry to jump into that natural progression very low.
Right. And you are not offering that on Amazon, by the way.
Sort of.
Or are you? The Amazon subscription. You are. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Keep going.
So this is where we got into a little bit of hot water, but thank God we're large enough of a company that we were able to kind of, work our way through it. But we found a way to do it for everyone. So what this means is that you can't take a product on your site and say it's $60 and then go to Amazon and say, well, it's $70. Amazon starts to penalize you for that. They'll actually kick you off if you charge more money on Amazon, but they will not if you're like, my retail on my site is $59.99. The retail on Amazon is $59.99. It's on sale for $44 on our website for first-time new subscribers, but it's not on sale on Amazon. I'm sorry. So you end up paying $15 more to buy it on Amazon if you want to subscribe, or you could pay $15 less and subscribe on our website. And all of the other SKUs you want are all here. You already like us. You already know us. You know the product's good. You are one of the 10,000 5-star reviewers. Like you are in. You're stuck. You're hooked. It's like basically like a drug. So what's nice is our first hit's more expensive, which is funny, but the second hit is cheaper. We did the opposite of a drug dealer. So, but the reason why is because the colder that you get into traffic, the less brand trust there is there, even on high spend accounts. Are you familiar with, I'll just give an example. Are you familiar with Inu? These battery pack companies?
No, not that
I wasn't either. I needed a battery pack. I needed a couple of them. And so what did I do? I went to Amazon and I was like, Inu power bank. I'm like, I have no idea, but it's got 5,000 reviews and it's a price I'm happy to pay. And so I went and bought it on Amazon. Now they have a ton of other really cool products. All of a sudden, big power bank, solar bank battery. I'm like, this thing's fantastic. I want to buy more. Now they're all on Amazon. I could go there and buy it. But why did I buy it on Amazon first? Is because I don't trust Inu. I've never heard of them before. I don't know what this is. If I buy it, is it going to come from China and take 2 weeks when the tariffs kind of return it? Am I going to get charged a restocking fee? Do they even do refunds or is it just exchanges? Like, I know nothing about them. So I'm going to go walk my happy ass over to Amazon where I know I can get it free tomorrow and one-click returns and my money back instantaneously because I trust Amazon. Right. So the colder you get in traffic, the more they purchase on Amazon, but you can only scale with colder and colder traffic. So what's the natural progression? They're going to also buy on Amazon. So as you go colder, you have to spend more money warming them up, or you go colder and they end up just starting to buy on Amazon and skip the warm-up process because they'll take the risk over there, but they won't take the risk with you, not until you show them a frequency of 25 for $10,000 more money for that new audience. So we said, okay, the people are going to buy on Amazon because they trust them. Once they try the product, they're going to trust us. And then when they come back to us, now they have to order on our site. But great job, great big discounts to hop into us. And now you're hooked. And now I can upcharge, cross-sell, whatever I can do. I've earned my customer. So I've made it a very easy barrier to entrance to where they're going to go anyway because they don't trust us. And then I made it a very easy barrier to entry to come back to us by reduced pricing and more SKUs when they want to sign up for the LTV service. And that's the process.
So limit the SKUs first off. That's your first thing, is sort of force rank your highest LTV products, because you know that if they buy X, they're eventually maybe going to buy Y and then Z potentially as a result of that. And then you force rank those and sell those only, the highest LTV products on Amazon only, or a whole basket of products. Like, what's your sense there?
You want to choose like 2 or 3 SKUs. Like, you don't want to have you want to
entire product portfolio, but it's your best. It's kind of your best sellers with your best LTV, right?
Yeah, like if you have 20 products and the top 5 are making 80% of the sales, put the top 2 on Amazon.
That's it. That's the problem. I see so many companies, like, they're putting everything on there, and it doesn't make any sense. Now, the other part to this is like the continuity. We will get to questions here. I know we're 7 minutes past. The other question is like the pricing, the advertised price versus what's on the site. So I've noticed sometimes with some of these ads that the advertised price is right alongside the advertised price or the price that's on Amazon. However, the price on the site, if you do a Google search and you look for that product, not in the ad, but actually in the organic listing, sometimes is different. Is that, like, where do you get into the map pricing problems? Is it only advertised price, or is it any price that's on your site? Because they're constantly crawling your site as just to make sure that they're not being undercut on Amazon. Like, what's your strategy there?
Yeah, and it was basically just what's on the site. They wouldn't really care what you're advertising. You couldn't drive a person to a user on a landing page. It says our MSRP is magically lower than Amazon's MSRP. So they don't really necessarily go off map. They just go off, well, what's your price versus what price did you give us? And they will penalize you if you have a $50 product, not on sale, but for $50 product, but it's on Amazon for $60. They will not allow you to do that. They both could be 60. You could run a sale on your site. It's not against anybody's rules to run a sale on your site, not on Amazon. That's fine. That's standard operating procedure. So just do that forever.
So you could, the $60 product, you could slash it through, show the same price that you're on Amazon, but I'm offering it for $45 or $44.99.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's it. That is killer, by the way.
It's good stuff.
Like, if everyone followed that, you're selling on Amazon, like, that's one of the killer apps. And like, all of a sudden, Amazon does become a new acquisition tool for you. It's not the big bad, Bezos bear that everyone talks about. It is a great place for, if you're an unknown, I don't know what the hell the name of that battery pack was. I haven't even heard of them before. Like, I would do the same thing as you did.
Yeah, everyone will.
But if I buy other ones, will I go back to Amazon? Probably. I mean, that's sort of like a one-time purchase. Not like I'm getting a continuity program there. But the point is like, in the case of a continuity program, especially, you shouldn't offer that at all on Amazon. Or is that another one that you could get dinged on? Like subscribe and save, which is one of their things that they do on pretty much most of the products that are in this particular space.
Yeah, like you can subscribe and save on Amazon. You can subscribe and save on our website. We just offer you a better deal on our website.
Yeah, and that's the key.